Hey everybody. So today I'm going to be describing the differences between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, and how a fixed mindset becomes beneficial to use in a classroom as an educator. So basically, a fixed mindset is the idea that people are predetermined to become something, or predetermined to have these skills that other people don't, or vice versa, that people are predetermined to never be good at something, that they don't have the ability to gain that knowledge. And a growth mindset is the counterpoint. It's like anybody can be good at something. Anybody can work their way to being proficient at a skill or a task. So examples of this is people saying that somebody is artistic because they're left-brained, or good at math because they're right-brained. Vice versa. Artistic because they're right-brained, or good at math because they're left-brained. And the opposing viewpoint is that as long as you work hard, you could learn the guitar, even if you're not so-called right-brained. And I have an example of how two of these styles of teaching have been useful in my life, or not useful. One was useful, the other wasn't. In 9th grade math, I had a teacher who really worked hard to get his students to understand what he was teaching, and he showed them that no matter how much they struggled, they could always learn what he was teaching. He expressed that if we had questions, to raise your hand, he would stop the lesson for literally anybody, and he would explain it further and further. He would tell us that even if he had to explain it 1,000 times, he would get them to understand what they had to understand. And in this class, it's the only time I've ever felt comfortable in a math classroom. I excelled, honestly, in comparison to being in like 3rd grade to 8th grade, where math was always a struggle for me, and I would be a C student at best in math. In this classroom, I was B plus A student, and it was pretty cool. And then 10th grade rolled around, and I was in an Algebra 2 class, and that teacher was the opposite. At first, I was okay in the classroom because I had that previous teacher who really helped me with the fundamentals of math, so I was a little bit better off than I would have been if I didn't have him. But by 2 months into the class, maybe even less, when the ideas started getting expanded from they were last year in Algebra 1, I had no idea what was going on, and she didn't make it obvious that we could ask questions, or she wouldn't really help at all. She would really just didn't care, and she would be saying things like, oh, you used to understand this, what happened, why? And like it was the student's fault, not hers, for not explaining the concept well enough. And I think obviously you can see that one of these is what you should be as a teacher. One of these is that you should be going out of your way to be like, hey, I got this for you, I'm going to help you, we're going to get through this is possible, and you're capable of doing this. Whereas the other teacher was saying things like, maybe math isn't for you, and that's just not a good mindset for a teacher, especially. It's really counterproductive. And honestly, if you want to be a teacher, you just need to help people grasp the concept. You need to work hard, and that's really all it comes down to. If you work hard, you can succeed, and you can show people that they can succeed. And this isn't just true in a classroom. If you show them that they can succeed in math, or in English, or in history, it shows them that they can succeed anywhere and do what they want to do with their lives. Whereas if you tell them, maybe this isn't for you, they'll never pursue something that they're interested in. Not saying that I was interested in math per se, but if I was, and I had that teacher who was saying, maybe this just isn't for you, I never would have tried. And I never have tried, so who knows what could have happened.